Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am having lunch and reading a book, and I thought I would start this vlog here because I think it would be kind of fun to do a few days in my life and take you along with me. Keep in mind there will be hours and hours of the day that I'm just like sitting behind my computer that I'm not going to show you, but I thought I might show you the more interesting parts of what I get up to over the next few days. It's been a little bit since I did this style of video, but it can be kind of fun. And there are a few little things around the apartment that maybe I will show you as I kind of update them. For example, I don't think I've showed you this little, I guess, stand to put our alcohol and stuff, but also we have some tech down there. We have one of our routers. I kind of just wanted some place to put our very few bottles of liquor and alcohol. We are whiskey drinkers. We really like whiskey, and I like rum as well. It's nice to have on hand in case you want to make a cocktail or something. But we don't currently have that, so currently we just have two different types of whiskey. We don't drink that often, we don't drink that much, but I kind of like to have a couple of spirits. I'm having lunch. I have made homemade egg salad and topped it with some lettuce. I know it doesn't look particularly appealing or fancy or anything, but it tastes really good. And I am also reading. This is my current read, Jade War. It's the second book in the, what is it called? What is the trilogy called? The Greenbone Saga is what it's called. It's right there on the spine. This is how far I am at the moment. This is what I've read. So I definitely am not even close to halfway through, but I'm really enjoying the second book in the series. Today is Sunday. I don't remember if I said that already, but my husband has been visiting his family for just a very short trip, and he's gonna be coming back later this evening. So I thought I would cook something and put a little bit of extra effort because, like I mentioned in my previous goals video, one of my goals is to cook more, to try new recipes, and I thought this is a good occasion. And I thought I would make soup. Soup is not something I usually enjoy that much, but the one type of soup that I will always be in the mood for is squash soup. I love squash and like autumn flavors in general, pumpkin. It's a squash and apple soup. And then I'm going to make some vegan apple fritters as well because I thought that recipe sounded really good. And both of these recipes come from Madeline Olivia. She is a vlogger here on YouTube. She's a content creator on other platforms as well. I've also done some cleaning, some vacuuming, scooped the cat's litter boxes. I have some laundry going. I have just been on top of things. Right now it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I have just really had a productive morning. It's Sunday. And sometimes on Sunday, I try and get some work done. But honestly, for the most part, I would like to have a chill / productive in terms of chores and that sort of thing type of day. Like that's what I want to focus on today. Not too much mental strain, not too much exercise in that way, but just having a little bit more of a chill day and doing some fun and nerdy things in addition to the chores and the cooking and all of that. Expanding the mind, but not exercising the mind, if that makes sense. I'm gonna miss having Canadian tea bags so much. I love the English and the French, and this translation in particular is like my favorite. Is this not the cutest thing in the world? Bingley absolutely loves to have contact. Even when he's fully asleep, he loves to just fall asleep like this. And Hamlet is like, Hamlet's cuddly, but only when he's awake. He does not really like to cuddle when he's sleeping. Something happened in that chapter that I absolutely did not expect. This author, Fonda Lee, is not afraid of taking risks and doing bold things in her plot that you do not expect. If there's anything I can expect from this book is that things will happen that I don't expect. Never a good sign when it takes this long to load. Actually, I don't know why I'm playing with my headphones. So it is much later now, and I am attempting to make the vegan apple fritters. This is the mixture that I have left. What I didn't mention earlier is that we don't have a real oven in this apartment. We thought it was a real oven when we saw the pictures, but in fact, it is a microwave oven. Like, it functions as both a microwave and an oven, but the oven features are super weak and not very good, and it's a very, very tiny space. So I can't fit my nice like pans. These are the ones that I've done so far, but I'm having to bake each one in like a half portion, I guess, like half of what I would otherwise put on a baking tray. And I'm having to put it in like this pie pan that I have. So it's not turning out great. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is going to be a disaster. And for once, it's not gonna be my fault. It's this stupid oven that I can't figure out. So very brief update on the fritters. They actually turned out okay. They're definitely not as good as they would have been in a real oven, but I think I managed to salvage them, and the icing on top definitely kind of covers up the questionable appearance. That is done. I am working on the squash and the apple now for the soup, and hopefully everything will turn out. I am definitely stressed from all of the recipe mishaps that have happened so far, but I'm feeling accomplished that I did stick to my goal. I don't think I mentioned earlier that I was under the weather last week, so I was just really, really lazy about food. So I'm correcting that today with these recipes, and I need to get Hamlet off of the counter because he's trying to eat the fritters. I don't know why he wants apple fritters. That doesn't seem like something a cat should want, but I'm not gonna let him have them. Good morning, good morning. So it is a new day. I have lost so much more of my morning than I would like to admit to Dutch administration. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of a lunch break. I'm going to do a quick workout, take a quick shower, and then actually eat something. And then it'll be back to it. Hello, you. What are you doing? Hello again. So it is the evening. This afternoon just went by in a blur. I was behind my computer the entire time. I did show you just a small part of it, which was when I was writing. I got to work on my book a little bit. It's a little slow going right now, but it is going well, and hopefully I will be able to record something and put it up on my writing channel, my writing and books channel at one point soon. So I mentioned that my husband had been at his family's for a few days, and while he was there, he brought some stuff from France, and I wanted to show some of the things things to you because one of them is especially cool for me personally. If you don't know, a little bit of context, when we moved from Paris to New York in 2021, we weren't able to bring a lot of our stuff with us, so we ended up storing some stuff, even some stuff that meant quite a lot to us, at his family's, at my in-laws. We have not been able to go back and collect some of that stuff yet. Some of it was brought over to us because we had some people visit us, but most of the stuff is still stored there. And one thing or two things that are especially important to me and especially exciting are these. They're stored very unglamorously in a plastic baggie, but I have my first love and my second love. This is going way back, like way back. This is a Game Boy Advance, and I also have a Nintendo DS. It was a special edition Mario Red, and I guess because they didn't have purple as an option, I just wanted everything in red. So I have my original GBA and Nintendo DS. I've never felt more like a millennial. And I have a bunch of games with it too. I will just very quickly, if you're not a big like gamer, or I guess oldie gamer in this case, you might not care, but I'm gonna briefly go through them. I think I only have 2 Game Boy games, which are the only ones you ever need. Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. I did play the Sacred Stones quite a bit, but this one, the original Fire Emblem, we go way back. Then I have a little collection of DS games. The most played of them all is Nintendogs. I also have cats, hamsters, Hamsters 2, Mario Kart, of course, Princess Peach, and Fire Emblem. Again, I'm really bummed because I'm starting to notice that there are some dead pixels in the DS on the bottom part. So I don't know how long these things are gonna last, but I'm going to play them until I can no longer play them. So that's the most exciting thing that my husband brought from his parents. Also from my collection, he brought these. So I might have mentioned this before. For a little while, not really anymore, but for a little while I was collecting the little Starbucks espresso mugs, and they would come in sets of a city and the country. I think the first ones that I got were for London and England, and then I got Paris and France, and I got Madrid and Spain, all places that I had lived, or all countries that I had lived, not the city in the case of London and Madrid. And then I also got Amsterdam and the Netherlands when I visited Amsterdam. When we moved though, I had to be really picky about what stuff I brought. So I decided, you know what, I'm only gonna keep the espresso sets of countries where I've lived. So these ended up going into storage, and I couldn't even quite remember if I had given them to a friend or if I had stored them and kept them. And then of course we found out that we were gonna be moving to The Hague in the Netherlands, and I was like, now this one actually is a place where I've lived, and now I kind of want this back in my collection. It's a shame that I had it, but it turns out they were stored. So now I have these. Of course, he could not come back without bringing some food and snacks from France. One thing that he brought were these, I guess, biscuits, cookies, I'm not sure what you would call them. His grandmother makes these, and they're basically just butter and sugar. They are so incredibly heavy and so incredibly delicious with tea or coffee in the afternoon. We jokingly call them lembas bread because one small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man. And he brought these 2 hazelnut spreads, pâte de noisette. So it's from the brand La Noisette de l'Ouest, which I'm not sure exactly where it's from, but it's from somewhere in central France. It says Loudun is where it's from. I'm not sure where Loudun is, but it's somewhere in the center of France. So you can see it actually on the map there. I don't know if you can see that. But basically it's kind of like hazelnut spread. One is 100% hazelnut, so it's probably a little bit more like peanut butter spread. And this one is 65% hazelnut, and I think it has like added sugars. So maybe it's a little bit more Nutella-ish in terms of, you know, sugaryness. And then finally I have to show you, we also have this SPA calendar. So the SPA, it's kind of like the ASPCA in the US. It is the National Animal Rescue Organization, and it's where we adopted Bingley. So it's just a nice little calendar from them with pictures of rescues, and I will definitely be putting that up someplace. Hello, it is the next day now, late afternoon actually. I have not filmed all day. I realized yesterday that I didn't record something that I should have shown you from the haul that my husband brought back from France. So I'm actually just gonna sit right where I was last night. Let's mirror the same effect. I had never heard of this until I met his family, so I'm not exactly sure how common it is across France, but there is a type of alcohol, which I believe is just called poire, and it is pear alcohol. It's a type of liqueur, I believe. And sometimes it is even bottled with an actual pear inside. Is that not the coolest thing? Leave a comment down below. How do you think they got the pear in the bottle? This is not the first bottle we've had of this, but we were not able to take it with us when we moved overseas. So now we are back in Europe and his family has given us another one. You might notice that I'm wearing a little bit more makeup than usual, and I also have contacts in, which I don't usually wear contacts because I'm only just getting permission to wear them again. So I try not to wear them too often. I'm usually in glasses. But tonight my husband and I are going out to dinner with some new friends here in the city. So I thought it would be a good occasion to go ahead and get a little bit more dressed up, put a little bit more effort in. Making friends in a new place is definitely hard. I've done a lot of it lately. I'm getting more and more experience in this, not that I would consider myself an expert in it even now, but I'm definitely getting challenged on a regular basis about making new friends each time that we move. So I just thought this is a good occasion to dress up a little bit more, boost my confidence, feel a little bit better, and also just have a good reason to, wear earrings and, jewelry and everything else, which I do, but I don't do every single day. So it's kind of nice to do it for a reason. First though, I do really need to go to the grocery store, and now I feel a little bit on the ridiculous side to be dressed like this for the grocery store. My hair's still kind of a mess though. I don't know what it was doing. I was editing the footage from yesterday evening and my hair was just going really crazy. I really should know better, because what I did was leave my hair wet and then go and write. And when my hair is still wet and hasn't fully dried into its natural waves, and I do something where I'm focused, especially something like writing, I have a really bad tendency to run my hands through my hair. It dries so weird every single time. So I should have known better. I should know by now. Never fails when I'm trying to read that he decides that he needs to be the center of attention. Trying to decide if this coat looks weird. I think it looks okay. And my favorite scarf, this is from Edinburgh, and I cannot wait to one day go back and get another one. Does it work? I think it's gonna have to work. Hello again, good evening. So it is a few days later. I realized that I didn't actually film a little ending for this video. I am just editing some footage on my computer here, and then I will hopefully be able to do a little bit of gaming tonight. I'm not quite sure if I want to do League of Legends again, because I've already played this week like twice, or if I would rather do Assassin's Creed, because it's been quite a long time actually since I've played Assassin's Creed, and I really need to get back to Valhalla. It's not as good, in my opinion, as Odyssey. Odyssey is my favorite, but it's still good, and I don't think I've played actually at all since we've moved to the Netherlands. I think the last time I played we were still in Canada, so it's been a little bit and I really need to get back into it. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's a little bit reminiscent of the types of videos that I was making when I was in New York, and I made a few of those types of videos also in Paris, but it's been a little bit. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in another video.